reinforced, but they're caught a little bit out of position there. And put down a swarm. Okay, he puts down a swarm finally, and he's going to be able to drive back those lings as well. I kind of like this idea, honestly, that July Zerg has. The Marines targeting the Defiler. Oh my god, the Marines targeted. He targets the Defiler with the Marines, and he's not able to get it down to another swarm, but there were just not quite enough Marines to really cash in on that advantage there. That was a really good move by Hwasin. I really like this, as I was saying, the strategy of Hwasin, of July Zergs, by using Hydralisks and Lings in combination there. It's working really well, kind of putting the Hydras inside the swarm and then using some Lings inside the swarm to make sure that Hwasin can't run inside with his own Marines. Very, very clever on his part. It kind of strikes me, I'm not sure why we don't see Zergs doing that a little bit more often, putting a few Hydras in there. I guess maybe they usually are focusing their gas on lurkers or what have you, but okay, so July Zerg now getting another base up, and it's going to be key. If Hwasin spots that base, then he'll be able to attack it pretty easily, but if not, July Zerg may be able to gain an advantage here. A lot of Lings and Hydras coming in here. He doesn't seem to have any Defilers around, though. That could be bad news as well. Radiation going off. I can't even tell what just got irradiated. Okay, some lurkers got irradiated there. Hwasin's forces just kind of getting cornered here, getting slaughtered, and those science vessels are going to get taken out. Oh, Hwasin did spot that base up there. Oh, and July Zerg is going to try and run his forces up there and save it. But it's going to be a little bit too late, I think. And yeah, that hatchery goes down. I think he should have spent that time by killing off those science vessels instead of trying to save that. July Zerg now going in and attacking Hwasin's tertiary expansion. He's going to be able to take that down. He really needs to kill some of those SCVs, though, because that's not going to do a lot of permanent damage. He wasn't able to take out the command center. He wasn't able to take out really any SCVs there. So July Zerg having to fall back now. This is absolutely incredible game. Hwasin has built up 4 science vessels now, it looks like. That is very bad for July Zerg, especially since Hwasin's probably coming out with more. In the meantime, they are clumped up. Oh, this would be a perfect time for a plague. Dude, but Radiate goes off there. July Zerg, he's got a lot of forces out, but he needs to have Defilers with those forces. Okay, there he does have a Defiler after all. I guess the Defiler's just having trouble keeping up. Defiler coming in here. Swarm going down. He needs some more Swarm to go down there. Those Lings are dying. Finally, more Swarm goes down. And July Zerg once again in Hwasin's base. More Swarm going down. Excellent swarms by July Zerg. That command center is going to go down. The Hydralisks attacking that. Oh my god, Hwasin attacking July Zerg's main here. This could be absolutely catastrophic for July Zerg if he loses some of that tech or anything like that. All of Hwasin's SCVs on that command center. He doesn't lose it after all. Absolutely amazing defense by... well, not defense, but strategy by Hwasin there. And Hwasin finally driven off from July Zerg's main. That would have been absolutely crazy. He really should have targeted the Defiler Den, I think. And that would have done the most good. And somehow, though, Hwasin fending off that little attack there on his expansion. And really, July Zerg needs to have won that battle, I think. He really needs to keep Hwasin's force count down. He finally plagues those science vessels, and now July Zerg is going to be in a perfect position to take care of them. Hydralisks going in, plague going on all those medics and Marines as well, so those are all going to be easy kills, and the Hydralisks kind of picking off there. That he needed to wait a second for the plague to really do its thing. But now, if July Zerg if Hwasin brings in those science vessels, then they are going to get picked off. But that's one of the things about that having the Hydralisks around is he can pick off those science vessels with the Hydralisks very, very easily if he needs to. A random medic running over there and seeing that. Oh shit, the Defiler in danger. He looks like, okay, he barely protects that Defiler there. Defiler consuming, he's going to have some more Swarm down. Looks like we've got some Hydralisks camped in that Swarm there. And siege tanks going off though. So they're going to kind of drive him back there. More Swarm going in there. A Ling's arriving just in time and sending in more Swarm. Swarm all over Hwasin's tanks now. Again, just outside of his base. That Defiler hanging out behind enemy lines. And finally, he targets it and takes that out. That was a little bit careless by July Zerg. He probably should have hid that underneath the Swarm. And now he does not have a Defiler there to finish the job. Oh wow, I didn't even see that Hwasin had a base in the top right corner. That's going to get taken out pretty easily because it's kind of off in the middle of nowhere. He's not going to be able to defend it. But in the meantime, though, Hwasin has taken the 6 o'clock position base. So Hwasin way ahead economically here. Oh my god, this is really looking bad for July Zerg, honestly. He lost a lot of economy and a couple drops there, and he's lost the last couple bases he's tried to put up. Well, he's put up one at the 9 o'clock position again now, but still looking very bad because Hwasin is actually out-resourcing him. Hydralisk's doing very, very well, though. He's targeting them well, and he really needs to pick off those science vessels, though. Although I guess the more important is the Marines. I didn't see that those were actually healthy science vessels. I thought they were kind of the plagued ones there. July Zerg and Hwasin both looking very intent on this game. It could still go either way at this point. Again, I'm going to give kind of the advantage to Hwasin because he has that island base set up right now. And really, if July Zerg sent over a few mutalisks there, he could probably take it out. I'm not sure if he knows that exists, though, is the problem. And Hwasin has just been doing an excellent job of defending his bases over on the right side of his base there. That expansion that has been attacked multiple times. July Zerg has had his forces in that base several times, and it keeps fending it off somehow, barely. Swarm going down on those Marines, so they're going to have to fall back again. Looks like the Defiler got irradiated, so he's going to be able to put down one more Swarm. Again, July Zerg coming barely in, all the way in on his, and this, one of the science vessels getting picked off there. It looks like he was trying to pick off those science vessels that time. He doesn't have a Defiler to back it up those forces anymore, though, so he's not going to be able to take out that base again. In the meantime, Hwasin sending a little squad over here to the 9 o'clock base, and he's going to be able to take out that base. July Zerg doesn't really have anything over there to take care of that. He's really, really low on troops now. He's fighting with like a skeleton crew, as Klazar says, and really things not looking good for July Zerg. He just doesn't have a lot of forces on the ground. He's not able to build up his armies enough right now, and he really needs to be fighting with some huge forces at this point, not just a couple lurkers and a handful of hydralisks. That hatchery goes down. July Zerg now down to 3 bases. His main almost out of minerals. His natural getting low as well. This is looking extremely bad for July Zerg. Really the only way he can take this right now. Hwasin moving in, though, slaughtering his forces on the way. July Zerg in real big trouble now. He needs to mount some kind of defensive on his door right now, and somehow get some bases somewhere else as well. He doesn't even have a Defiler here. He needs a Defiler here. No, his forces are going to get totally slaughtered. His forces do get slaughtered by these Marines. July Zerg GG's. Hwasin, after 8 games of tiebreakers, takes the OSL spot. GG.